Hello and welcome to Third Act Film. Today we're looking at the rest of the major houses. We've already done videos on the three big guys. Here with me is
Stark, Lannister, Targaryen.
Yeah. Here with me is Todd James.
Hello.
I'm James Forbes.
Hello, James.
Now we're going to be we'll look at the first house of the Martells, or what's left.
What's left? They were mostly absent in the season that we just seen.
Yeah.
So we got one scene, and we're also including the sand, I guess.
We kind of have to. Yeah.
Not left with much choice. So this is the Dornish family, who, like I said, were absent a lot. They have got an alliance now, we think, unless Varys is playing people off against each other.
He just came in and said, "Fire and blood," and walked away.
Yeah.
They're like, "Who was that guy?"
So unless he is, serving Cersei in some way that we don't know about.
No. That would be so elaborate.
Yeah. They are now with Daenerys. Like everyone else, they hate the Lannisters. They hate Cersei. So they're...
But we haven't seen any repercussions from them killing their own king and prince.
No.
Like the other guy, kill King Doron, yeah, sure.
Doron? Oh, right, yeah, Prince Doran. Right.
Well, right.
I think...
Doron! Get rid of him.
Get him out of here.
But then the son, he could have been a good leader. There was no...
He got killed as well, didn't he?
Yeah. There was nothing to say that he couldn't have been a good leader, other than being really annoyed that he killed the king.
He was going to the small council, right?
Yeah.
Which doesn't really exist anymore. Well, it does. It's just Cersei and Qyburn.
Yeah. But it's been done. They killed them all. Seems like no one who lives there really cares or knows. They must know.
They probably know. Whether we haven't seen any of it, but I mean, what's it? Elena Martell.
Yeah.
She got in fine. She got in and no one was like, "Ooh, we're raging in the streets."
Yeah. So
that's basically all they're going to do, or all that we have reason to believe they're going to do.
Yeah. I would imagine, they jump on with Daenerys. They offer up the soldiers that they have. Mm-hmm. Perhaps we'll get to see how the Dawn Fighters fight again, because the only fight we've ever seen was with Arryn. And
what a great man!
I forget the guy's name. It was like the big black guy who said to Jamie.
Hota.
Oh wow!
Just pull that one out of nowhere.
Where he said to Jamie Lannister, he was like, "Oh, if you had two hands."
Yeah. But then we never saw that, and then he just got murdered.
Yeah.
So,
and it was like hyping up for him to be.
He was this huge guy. He had this big spear the whole time. I was like, I bet he knows how to use that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's been through some heads.
And then he just gets stabbed. But I mean, we've got the sand snakes. We might be able to see them. Again
I think as well, the showrunners are aware of the disappointment with Dawn,
so they kept it to a minimum.
That, but also that they will probably be looking to make up for that a little bit.
I would hope so, yeah.
And make them as cool as all the book readers say.
Yeah. I just, obviously there's going to be a bigger plan with Dany's plan. What, and another thing I don't quite, the only advantages I know from the Martells is that their poisons are quite harsh. And, you know what I mean? So whilst the Greyjoys, they have boats.
Yeah.
The Lannisters, they have soldiers. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
what is the Martell thing other than poison?
Mm.
So I feel like they must have a bunch of soldiers who have those cool spears as well, those cool uniforms.
That's what Oberyn fought with as well.
Yeah, he did.
They, as well. One more thing, they're quite into like easy, relaxed living. I feel like, so they'll probably get on quite well with like no slavery. Just be happy.
Yeah,
we're
not going out raping. We're not doing violence. We were quite calm people. We married. One of the Martells married your brother, love. And then Daddy's like, I've got a lot of respect, a lot of time for the Martells. They're definitely going to get on. The next house, as I mentioned, the Greyjoys. We've got, so this has kind of been split with the Greyjoys. We've got Theon and Yara together, who have already said that they're working with Daenerys. And then we've also got Euron Greyjoy, who wants to sleep with Daenerys. Does he know? You know what I mean? Does he know that they've already gone and used that plan?
He's
going to get there, get to Marine, meets up with Dario and is like, I'm here for Daenerys.
You just pass each other by in the ocean. Yeah. This is either going to be the first stumbling block for Daenerys, like they're going to take out a bunch of her army before she can get to King's Landing, or as suggested in another video we did about 10 predictions for the next season, which may or may not be uploaded before this, he is going to team up with Cersei.
Yeah.
And so that would be quite a, she's got
the soldiers,
them defending King's Landing from the sea.
Yeah.
Because it seems like that is the best way to attack King's Landing, because that's what Stannis went for, and he was a great military commander.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. So that is obviously like a good route to take. So if they're defending that, that would seem like a good
route to take, close to the main parts of King's Landing, and then having the boats counteract their boats, but then she's also got dragons. But I wonder, I believe in the book when he says that he's going to marry Daenerys and that he's got this dragon horn which allows him to command dragons. I wonder if they'll pull that out. If they're like, oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to mention, I can control dragons.
Maybe the dragon horn that can control dragons is a euphemism.
Oh no. Daenerys is the dragon.
That's what I was going for, yes. We seem to imply that that's the power he had.
Yeah. And that was going to secure it for him. But maybe he'll move towards Cersei, and she'll see the use in them. Because as well, she is a two-pronged. She's getting attacked by both sides. Mm-hmm. So even if it's a case that the Greyjoys just fight the North and just repel them for a bit, given enough times for the Lannisters to fight the other way, that could be a possibility. I wonder, with the Theon and Yara, will they say to Daenerys, please, can we kill our uncle yet? Are they going to be a bit buggy? Like, can we kill our uncle yet?
Probably not.
Please.
Not. Oh, please. I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I think they're like, okay, we see what you're trying to do. And this is a bit bigger than our little problem.
The other thing is, my Westerosi geography is not perfect.
Yeah.
But I'm sure the Iron Islands are on the
It's like where
West
Ireland
Coast.
is, yeah.
So that means they've got to go all the way down past Dawn.
Past the Tyrell.
Yeah, to get back up to King's Landing. Rock.
Yeah.
That's like a serious obstacle.
Yeah.
Or maybe there's a big river that we don't know about, and they're just going to go right through the middle.
No, I don't believe there's a big river right through the middle. But
I guess Yara and Theon did it with no problems.
Yeah.
So,
and they've got like really fast ships and that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I wonder, are we going to have Daenerys split up her army and say, right, Greyjoys, here's a dragon.
Right.
Here's a dragon, look after him, okay? You're going to go to take over the Greyjoys and take back that whole place. With a bunch of my soldiers as well, with some Unsullied, and then we're gonna go to Dragonstone and attack King's Landing from this end, and then we're gonna have another force pushing through Martell's area upwards. Maybe, I don't know. The next house, we'll do the Tyrells, as I just said their name.
Right.
Not much left of them.
Very little.
Yeah.
I think one that we know of. I mean, I'm sure there are some. I'm referring to Elena or Elena.
Yeah, Elena. Yeah.
Diana Rigg, as she's more commonly known.
Yeah.
She is obviously all part of the whole Daenerys club. But if she now goes back to Highgarden, they're still the second richest family. Well, maybe
the richest.
We saw earlier in the season, they have a big army that was in King's Landing. If she then goes back there, that's another direction coming to King's Landing.
Yeah.
And isn't it that they supply most of the food or something?
Yeah, they supply most of the food. So, they've been bankrolling the Lannisters.
Yeah.
So they could just cut that all off. I think this is in part of why Tywin, he's so sensible and so smart that certain decisions he didn't let his anger get over him a lot of times, but he does with Cersei. So Cersei feels as though, everything says that she's won, basically. She's killed all of her enemies, and now she's in charge. But she hasn't thought about the political play that those that she's now annoyed. And that's why, in part, Tywin wanted one of the Baratheon kids, either Tommen or or Joffrey to marry Marjorie.
Yeah. That was a good political couple to have. He had it all sorted, didn't he?
Yeah.
He had one of them marrying Marjorie, one of them marrying Sansa.
There are so many people who believe that he should have been king because all of this would have been perfect.
I mean, he wasn't the nicest
smart
guy.
But he was that balance of...
And he could have had peace, pretty much.
Yeah.
Barring the whole Daenerys thing. he could have unified the houses anyway.
Oh, dear. Yeah. So I can imagine the Tyrells... Yeah, with their big force as well, just cutting off King's Landing, making it miserable for them. Moving on later to fighting Jon Snow. Jon Snow, if he gets involved, I don't know. But I think Olenna's position is to represent, being the one figurehead to represent the whole of the Tyrell's army.
Yeah. And
to just sit there and kind of say, yep, we'll do that. We'll send over that. And kind of be sassy towards the Sand Snakes.
Basically just sass.
Oh, she was so good at the sass. I love it.
I just want one sass per episode. I just cut away and her being like, you look like a boy. And then just the rest of the episode continues.
Yeah. It'll be interesting when she meets Daenerys. How's she going to read her? Is she going to be like, I like you? Or like, oh,
I think she'll like her.
I think she'll like her. Yeah. Next one, we've done the Martells, done the Tyrells. We've done the Greyjoys, so that's all team Daenerys basically. Onto the other side of the major houses, the Tullys.
Right.
Yeah. So what is left of the Tullys? Tullys were in a great position at the start of Game of Thrones, a real good position because you had Edmure Tully, who was the house of the Tullys and the Riverlands and stuff. Whose sister Catelyn Tully was married to Eddard Stark, head of Starks and Winterfell, and then his other
Stark Industries.
Yeah, and then his other sister Lysa marrying Jon Arryn and having the Vale.
They had it made, mate.
They had it made. They made some of the best marriages in this whole Game of Thrones.
They married up.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So that kind of created this whole unification of the North. They had a finger
in every pie.
Yeah.
Now look at.
Now Edmure is still a prisoner for the Freys.
Kind of.
Although we'll talk about the Freys in another episode.
Okay,
I think.
I'm sure.
But so Edmure's still there, and he's got a son now, which I'm not sure about the importance of that. And he's the last Tully alive, I think.
I mean, there are probably some minor ones that we don't know about, but I mean, the Blackfish, who was kind of the major player. He died off screen.
Don't you wish we could see him just, even if it was pants, and he's
him running like and then stabbed in the chest.
It was totally worth it.
Because wasn't he the guy? This is a real tangent. A couple of seasons ago, there was like a body going down, and they were trying to shoot it, and he's like, "Oh, bugger off!" And he just got it in one.
Yeah.
What a legend.
Yeah. He was a legend. It does upset me that he didn't join in. He didn't realise, you know what? I've lost my home. Let me go help the Starks, and I might be able to. Why? That other piece of logic. I'm like, you've been offered a way free to leave. Yes, you don't trust Jaime because he's a Kingslayer. Been offered a chance to leave. At least you're gonna lose this fight anyway.
Yeah, he was all about his honour though. Really.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of him was that.
But even at the end, I'm like, just leave. You've lost your house, and guess what? Come back and take it back. And then anyone challenges your honour, you just say, have I got this castle back? Yes. Now shut your mouth.
True.
Yeah. So Edmure Tully's holding the flag. So many people have died. Oh my
I know.
God.
I'm just realising it now. Go on.
On to the next major house. Arryn. That was
right. I was going to say. Well, it leads quite nicely into it. So the only real Arryn we've got left is Robin.
Yeah.
AKA Littlefinger. Littlefinger's puppet. So of course the Vale came in at the last minute, helped out the old
Knights of the Vale.
Who was
some
Snow.
of the best soldiers. Yeah.
They've got a formidable army. We don't really know what side they're going to be on.
Yeah,
because they do whatever Robin says, and Robin does whatever
Littlefinger says. And that last shot that we had when Jon Snow was announced King of the North, with a little glance, and then Sansa, which I believe a lot of people are conflicted with. What does that scene mean? But I thought it was quite clear.
Yeah,
I thought it was everyone's like, yeah, Jon Snow, and Sansa's like, yeah, Jon Snow, he's in charge, way. And then she looks at Littlefinger's like, oh, damn it. Oh, yes, Littlefinger. He just told me he wants to be king of all of Westeros.
Yeah.
And Jon Snow has just become king of the North, so he's going to kill it.
Like minimum effort. Like he didn't make a bid for it. It just happened to him.
It just happened to him, yeah. So I'm just a bit like...
So it could go either. He could either be like, well, I'm going to try and prove my love, and by fighting for her for every opportunity, or he could be, well, this door's closed, Cersei.
Yeah, that was one of my predictions, that Littlefinger's going to kill Little Robin and anyone else who can challenge him to the new House of Arryn, leaving that wide open for him to take and to change it to the Baelish house, I suppose.
House of Baelish.
Yeah, become a major house. I think he's the only one in his house as well. So well done.
The only one that we know, I think.
Yeah. So then, for him to then have the Knights of the Vale, plus as well, the Vale, it's always said no one was ever able to breach the Vale.
The Eyrie.
Even
because you can only get to it through that one chasm.
Corridor, which we saw with Arya Stark ages ago.
I think as well that if suddenly you have, at the moment it's not looking great for Cersei and things like that, but if you have Lannister plus Euron Greyjoy plus Knights of the Vale, suddenly that's a bit more of a formidable force to fight off Daenerys.
Yeah.
And Jon ain't coming down to help. He's looking north.
He is, yeah.
So, yeah.
He's looking north, so it would make it a bit more balanced. Equally, they could throw a whole sparrow in works and that both Robin, who doesn't get killed, agrees to work with Jon Snow, and that Jon Snow marries Cersei, who then that will be a North South.
Like this idea?
I don't know, but I just worry that with Jon Snow, one, he's a bit like, I don't want to be involved anyway. He's always saying that. I'm just here to do one honourable thing. Oh no, I'm now commander of the world. Oh damn it! Oh, I'm just doing this secret mission to help. Help the crows. Oh, now I'm the leader of all the wildlings. Damn it! So I can imagine maybe accidentally marries Cersei. It's like, oh, I don't want to do this. Now we kind of own half of Westeros. But
I'm on the Iron Throne.
Yes. Oh, that moment when he sits on that's gonna be quite. That's if he does. You don't know. So I think that's it. Those are all the major houses we're gonna do. Another video trying to do some predictions for the minor houses
and some of the more minor characters that may not belong to one of the big families.
If you wanna share your comments of any predictions you have for any of the major houses, do let us know in the comments below. I've been James Forbes.
And I've been Todd James.
Bye.
Let's explore this avenue.
Thank God we're not brother and sister anymore. I've been waiting for this.
This tension has been palpable. Man, that's going to be a rough scene.
I can't wait
I don't want it to happen, but I want to see it. Because the Iron Islands are on the west coast. They're not going to sail round the bottom.